Yo, what up, gents? Yo, if you don't know, bruh, there's a documentary that has been released now, Mafia Gold. This documentary is crazy. It's exposing not all the major politicians in Zimbabwe, and how the president, and it's implicating straight the president, not just ministers. No, it's implicating directly the president. So I will try to break it down. This guy has break it down so nicely. So I will read what is this guy is whatever this guy wrote, then I will try to explain further where he didn't explain further. The summary of gold mafia goes like this: Zimbabwean president is using gold smuggler trying to invade target sanction imposed on Zimbabwe by the West. Here's the thing: Zimbabwe has been sanctioned, and that's why this is illegal. You can't sanction the country because of you will then the average people will suffer. You should sanction individuals. So the country Zimbabwe has been sanctioned. Hence, they can what does sanctions mean? It means like they can't. In South Africa, if you have like 18 rand and you want something that is they are selling it in dollars, it's $1, you can use that 18 rand to buy that thing because of we are not sanctioned. But Zimbabwe's currency it doesn't work. Like it can't be converted because of it's like it's worthless because of they sanctioned it. They don't work with Zimbabwe. That's UN, and actually that's America, that's the police. There are six players in the game that link Zimbabwe, the UK, Dubai, and South Africa. The players: Kamlesh Patel, this is an Indian guy. Harindie Roshwe, that's the niece of president. Yeah, I think, yeah. Alistair Matthews, that's the Indian guy. You will see him. Edwin McMillan, this one is one of the top gold smugglers. Simon Rutland. This guy, man, I've been hearing about. If you are in South Africa and you're hearing this, I've been hearing about this guy. But there's nothing concrete I found about this. I've heard about this guy maybe 2014, but it was like, no, it was, it was the guy selling cheap cigarettes. He owns RG, those cheap cigarettes. RG, he owns that company. Uvid Angel is a pastor. It's like Bushiri. It's one of those pastors who profit people and do blah blah blah. Rigidona. So the gold mafia have license to buy. The gold mafia have license to buy gold from Zimbabwe miners for Fidelity, and Fidelity, by the way, is a subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. The mafia also has gold export license with the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. Someone will ask, why is mafians are the ones who are buying gold? And okay, let me just read. Mafia then export the gold from Zimbabwe to Dubai. The dirty money is then brought back to Zimbabwe by couriers employed by gold mafia. The dirty money is disguised as the revenue from the legit and legal sale of gold. Let me try to explain this to you. In order for Zimbabwe to trade anything, they need to have that dollar, the US dollar, right? Because of their currency is worthless. So they sell. They sanction the country, not individuals. Hence, this guys, Macmillan, because of they have the legitimate clearances, so they can go to Dubai. They can take gold here, they can take gold in Zimbabwe and go sell it in Dubai. After selling that gold in Dubai, instead of bringing those dollars back, they bring illegal dollars. You get it? So that if like for individuals who want to clean money in Zimbabwe, that's how they do. Like, okay, those guys will get that money in Dubai. The people in Dubai, they will send that money to those people who want to clean money. I hope you get me. So, but when that dirty money is coming to Zimbabwe, it's coming as if it's the money from the gold sales. but it's a dirty man. The money from gold sales is going to the guy who wants his money to be cleaned. The guy with the dirty money, but it will come as a legitimate man. You get it? So beg is do okay. Good, yeah. Beg is Dubai money from the gold sales is transferred to bank account as legitimate earnings. You see, one of the players, Harriet Rashway, is the president of the Zimbabwean Miners Association. Rashway or whatever his name is. She's also President Mnangagwa's niece. This thing is big, man. The fact that even this lady, if you listen to that, and I will tell you why that documentary is that expensive, and it was posted in YouTube. You can't put it's expensive to do such research because of you have to go with private jets to make these people believe that you are not an undercover, because you can't be nobody and be able to successfully meet with these people. So if you've seen the documentary or you're about to see the documentary, I'm making a breakdown because of some of you. I know it will confuse you, but I'm trying to make a breakdown. Crazy part is Hararian Rishwada was arrested in October 2020 for allegedly trying to smuggle gold out of the country, but was accused due to lack of evidence. Obvious, he was going to be accused because of his uncle is a president. However, her former aide and driver, Teshinga Nyatara Musira, was sentenced to a fine of 40,000 rand or 2 years imprisonment after being found with 23 gold bars and sealed in a box whiskey at OR Tambo International Airport in May 2021. Another player, Prophet Uwit Angel, was appointed to be part of presidential envoy and ambassador at large by presidential Emmerson Mnangagwa. This was well calculated. This guy is the one now who get all these people who want to buy gold. He's doing international stuff and is a pastor. That's the pastor I was talking about. This thing. That's why I say this thing is so fucked up because of this guy. Man, people believe him. He claims like that the prophets, he healed people. You know how Bushiri was doing things. That's what this guy is doing, man. And he's doing this thing on a bigger scale. Just imagine someone laundering 100 million in Zimbabwe, 100 million US dollar. But who's going to arrest these people? People who have hundreds of millions. Who's going to arrest in Zimbabwe, in the poor? Like, just see how poor that country it is. So just like, man, bribing a judge with 10,000 US dollar in Zimbabwe is a big thing. Just imagine you have 100 million. That's tough, like on its own. That's tough. So that's why I'm saying this men are big. Big people, like you can't play around. And this one, I think this guy, man, is one of the people, they compare him with Guptas. I think he's even bigger than Guptas. This one, what he did to Kenya, man. If you listen to that documentary, you will see that how corrupt this guy is, man. Just imagine he crowned Gaddafi, man. Gaddafi, when he was, everyone know, if you have read about struggle, you know Gaddafi, the king of Libya, is one of the strongest people. He was even a chairman of African blah blah, yeah. Gaddafi was the one who was killed allegedly by Barack Obama, the former US president. So this guy, he managed to meet with those people and was born in Kenya. Hey, this guy, another major player is Kelshin Petin, he was also a pastor, mind you, who was involved in the Golden Bag scam, a gold smuggling operation that robbed Kenya of 600 million, led to charge of corruption against many members of then President Daniel Arap Moi. Is now in Zimbabwe doing crime with Mnangagwa. He's doing crime with government. He doesn't work with. He's in Uganda. He doesn't work with individuals because of he's doing a lot of money to work with individuals in Africa. Like, there's also Pongi. Who's this? Ricky Donald. Oh, he's an angel spokesperson, also second in charge, participating heavily in this data laundering business. This one, I think, he managed to be a billionaire, but I think he's not that smart, man. He was telling these people almost everything. You see that the pastor one, that Indian guy, this guy, who's the Patin. He was telling, but was only telling those guys what they needed to hear. This guy was giving it up, like was telling everything. There is also Zimbabwean golden dealer or Edwin McMillian, but don't take him for granted because of he is a billionaire. Because if you can make more than 100 million in a year, like in 2 months or 3 months, you are a billionaire. Who is seen on one of the clips talking about how they smuggle gold using private planes with the convenience of politicals, and how they have RBC Governor John Montaguya on special time. And this guy is the one he claims is Stephen cleaning. I don't know anything about this guy before. It was first time seeing this guy, and I've never seen anyone reporting about him. Even when I research him, there's nothing. It's just this recent news, so I can't say much about him. His partner Alisna Matias, who runs the McMillions operation. Matias is a Canadian national. He launders money for people all over the world, from Russians to African politicians. Lastly, there is also Samuel Ruland, the tobacco boss, is regarded as one of the pioneers of cheapest illicit cigarettes that dodge annual excise tax and VAT in South Africa. This guy, and I think in episode 2 they will be breaking down. I'm not sure if they're going to show him, because of he already denied all these things. But man, they are catching up, and I think it's even going to go to Cyril Ramaphosa. Guys, please subscribe. I will be breaking down everything. I will be telling you all the details. I'm obsessed with such things, guys, and I will tell you everything. So